Hey guys, welcome to this week's Sunday afternoon nap. Before I get on with the battle report, I'll just show you what I've been painting. I managed to get my 2 units of light infantry done, well, up to a point. They're not finished. These still need the pom-poms doing and the flags putting on them. This one still needs its flags putting, and obviously the bases need finishing off. But I just wanted to get them so I could put them on the table to use them during today's game. And there's my commander. So he's on the base, and I've added the Vallejo Dark Earth base and paste on, but again, not painted yet. So for this week, I want to get these 2 units finished and the base is sorted. I want to get this guy finished and base sorted. Now, I mentioned last week that this is Marshal Ney. It's not Marshal Ney. The name of him escapes me at the moment, but he come from the French Petty set number F117, which actually has this guy and Napoleon, which I'm going to have to do at a later date, and also Muhammad Ali, I think his name is. I don't know what part he played in the war, but I'm sure he's somebody that I will put together, and then I'll investigate what his role is. I've also made these unit cards. So we've got line infantry, we've got the stats for the unit, it was including its movement distance, and then its special rules. Now I'm going to do these for basic British and French units at the moment, because they're the armies we're playing. If anybody's interested in them, let us know, and I will put a PDF of them up on my Facebook page, Green Dragon Games. So it's a comment to let me know, and when they're done, I'll mention it and I'll put them up on my Facebook page. So that's it. So let's go to the battle report now and see how we got on. Okay, so today we're playing a game from A Clash of Eagles, one of the pickup games on page 146. We're going to play Hold Until Relief. So at the moment, Tim's deploying half of his British force to defend the ridge down the centre of the table. Okay, so I've deployed my French.
I am totally outnumbered.
And we're about to start the attack. So I'll come back at the end of the turn and see what happens. Okay, so that's the end of the French first turn. Did really well with my command rolls. I managed to move everything forward and within range actually, and then everything shot at that unit there that's on the objective, and I didn't hit once. These shot at them and the cannon shot at them, and again, because they're being skirmishes and they have an extra -1 to hit, I never hit a thing. Okay, so British turn 1 now. Let's see what happens when they shoot back. It's going to hit, I can see it now. Okay, so end of the first turn for the Brits. They moved up. The cavalry done the attack, bounced on them, caused them to form square, then fell back. And then the cannons opened up. Casualty on them, 2 casualties on them and disordered, 3 casualties on them and disordered. They've done the morale check and he managed to hold the ground, rolling at 8, -1, so it was a 7, so they're fine. So that's the end of the first turn, and I'm going to start the second turn and see what happens. Can the French push home the attack before the British reserves come on? That's the end of my second turn. The French moved forward. Obviously they couldn't move because they were disordered, and they couldn't move because they were disordered. My cavalry with the independent leader there failed their order test, couldn't do nothing. Everything fired, and I didn't do not one casualty on the British And now the British turn 2, and they're bringing their reserves. Turn 2 for the British. The reinforcements have started to come through in the backfield. They all fired. Cannon managed to disorder and get this unit to fall back, but they remained disordered. And the rest of the shoots were pretty much ineffective. So turn 3, let's see how the French get on. And the French turn, and they've pushed forward, managed to put a casualty on them and disorder them. Still not managed to do anything to these flaming guns, which are the ones that are dealing out the damage. Managed to put 2 casualties on the cavalry, 2 casualties on the skirmishers, and disordered them. Again, I failed to get my cavalry charge off. It's not going well with the cavalry at all. So I managed to fail the order test for them. Ordered to use the command reroll, so that brigade couldn't move at all. Okay, on to the British turn 3. Okay, so in the British turn 3, they fired at them and disordered them, which was really annoying because I wanted to do the charge, but I can't move. The cannons fired at this unit and didn't do anything, which I was pleased about. The British cavalry decided, better part of valour, not to charge this turn, which again I was happy about that. And the skirmishers managed to disorder that unit. And the reserve infantry forces managed to move up 1 move. Okay, so let's go French turn 4. And the turn 4 for the French. They moved forward and formed a line, shot at them, managed to disorder them again, but no casualties caused. They shot at them, and they shot at them, but yes, no casualties. This unit fired and managed to disorder them, put a casualty on. Basically everything else shot at them, trying to get them off the objective, but it's to no avail. Okay, let's see what the British are going to do next turn. Oh, but my cavalry charged the English cavalry, and they sort of killed each other. So at least they got rid of the British cavalry, but unfortunately it cost me my cavalry. Okay, so British turn 4. They've actually brought the additional units they've got up onto the hill. The units on the sides representing them. So now the top of the hill is actually covered in all sorts of stuff. Fired into these and put 3 casualties on them. Luckily they're not disordered, but I don't think they'll be honest to charge up that hill. We shall see. I might risk it. They move forward and fired. They move forward and fired. They're disordered. So let's see what happens. French turn 5. Okay, so end of that turn. Ineffective shooting. The unit managed to charge and take out the cavalry, but now there's infantry smack in front of them. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be painful, I can see. That unit managed to move forward. They fired, did nothing. They fired, did nothing. So, British turn. Let's see what happens now. Okay, so at the end of the British turn, nothing moved, everything fired. It did a considerable number of casualties to my guys. They're on 1, they're on 3, they're on 2, they're on 2, they're on 3, they're on 3. They got fired up by the cannon and had to do 1 full move retreat. But see, everything my French now have near enough all got 3 casualties each. So it's going to start getting really, really, really painful. Okay, let's see what happens at the end of this turn. Okay, so at the end of the French turn, they managed to shoot and disorder them, shoot and disorder them, but that was about it. I managed to get a casualty and disorder this unit as well. So let's see what happens when the British strike back. Okay, that's the end of that turn. They managed to shoot that one and cause them to fall back 1 move. They shot at the little bit of shootout on the hill and nothing happened. That cannon shot at the unit that was there and it's gone. We finally managed to kill, that's one unit of French down, and then they shot and didn't really do anything. So again, time for French turn, see what I can do. Okay, so the end of the French turn that time, everything shot. They shot, managed to put another casualty on them. They shot, managed to disorder them and put 2 casualties on them. Combined fire, that unit shot at them, managed to disorder them. Combined fire from these 2 units, managed to remove one of the British units. So, on to the British turn. Let's see what happens next. Okay, so that's the end of the British turn. The cannon turned sideways and managed to get effilade on the French unit that was on the hill and wiped them out completely. Then this unit was able to shoot down and take that one, and they failed. I rolled a double 1 for my morale and that unit had gone. So I've got 3 units left and a cannon, but there's no way in the world I'm going to be able to get up on top of the hill. So we're going to call a game there. So another victory for the British. Hi guys, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, there's new videos posted every Sunday and Wednesday. And if you want to support the channel, just hit the subscribe button. Or if you want to, you can support us on Patreon. The link is in the description below. Thanks for watching. See you next week.